Sound of a cat scratching furniture. Ah, that sound. You know the one. That rhythmic scrap, scrapper that serves as the unofficial soundtrack to your beautiful new armchair, becoming a modern art installation, courtesy of your furry little Picasso. You run over, maybe you clap your hands, yell no! And what happens? Your cat just stares back at you with that blank, almost insulting expression that clearly says, "And what are you going to do about it, peasant?" Do you think they're doing it just to spite you? To punish you for being 5 minutes late with dinner? Well, today we're going to decode this feline mystery once and for all. We'll reveal why punishing your cat for this behaviour is the single biggest mistake you can make, and what you should be doing instead to save your furniture and your relationship with your tiny overlord. But first, do me a favour. Drop the name of your little furniture destroyer in the comments below. Let's see whose cat is the biggest culprit. Before we dive in, let's get one thing straight. Your cat is not a tiny fluffy human in a fur coat. It's a tiny fluffy predator, a perfect miniature killing machine that, somewhere along the line, decided that living with you and getting free food was a much better deal than actually having to hunt for a living. And you can't blame them. But this means their brain is hardwired with thousands of years of primal instincts. These are non-negotiable parts of being a cat, just like napping for 18 hours a day, getting the zoomies at 3 a.m, and surgically attaching themselves to any cardboard box that enters the house. Scratching is right at the top of that list of essential, instinctual behaviours. Trying to stop a cat from scratching is like trying to stop a fish from swimming. It's not just something they do, it's part of who they are. So, let's reframe this. Scratching isn't bad behaviour. It's essential cat communication and maintenance. Think of it as your cat's version of a multitasking miracle. It's their morning yoga session, a professional manicure, and a social media update all rolled into one glorious shredding action. When you see those claws come out and engage with your sofa, they're not thinking, "How can I cause maximum emotional and financial damage to my human today?" They are simply following a deep, primal urge that keeps them healthy and happy. It's a fundamental part of their physical and psychological well-being. So, the first step to solving our furniture problem is to stop seeing the action as malicious and start seeing it for what it is, a completely normal, healthy, and necessary part of being a cat. It's not a bug in their programming. It's a core feature. Let's start with the most practical reason, claw maintenance. It's a self-manicure session. If you look closely at a cat's claw, you'll see it's made of layers, kind of like an onion. The outer layer, called the sheath, periodically dies and needs to be shed. The best way to get that old dull layer off is to hook it into a surface and pull. Voila! A brand new, razor-sharp claw is revealed underneath. This is crucial for them. In the wild, sharp claws are essential tools for climbing, hunting, and self-defense. Your pampered house cat may only use them to hunt dust bunnies and defend themselves from the vacuum cleaner. But the instinct remains powerful. Without a proper surface to scratch, they can end up with overgrown or ingrown claws, which are painful and can lead to infection. So, they're not just shredding, they're performing vital personal hygiene. Next up, welcome to the feline gym. That scratching motion is an incredible full-body workout for your cat. Seriously, it's their version of pulling down on a lap machine. When they reach up high on your door frame or the arm of the couch and drag their claws down, they are engaging and stretching a whole range of muscles. It activates their paws, legs, shoulders, and their entire upper back. This is especially important after one of their many, many naps. It helps them wake up, shake off the sleepiness, and get their blood flowing. It feels amazing to them. It's the equivalent of you having a big, satisfying stretch first thing in the morning. Denying them, this feels fundamentally wrong to them, which is why they will always find a way to do it, whether you approve of their chosen gym equipment or not. Now let's talk about the invisible message they're leaving behind. Your cat is a territorial artist, and their paws are their paintbrushes. Cats have special scent glands located in the soft pads of their paws. When they scratch a surface, they are depositing their own unique pheromones. It's a powerful chemical message left for any other animals or even just for themselves to find later. This scent marking is like a feline graffiti tag that says, "Fluffy was here. This area is secure. This couch belongs to me." It's a way of claiming their territory and making their environment smell familiar and safe. It's their version of putting up photos and arranging throw pillows to make a house feel like a home. So they're not just leaving a visual mark you can see, they're leaving an invisible scent mail that makes them feel confident and secure in their space. Finally, scratching is a massive emotional outlet. Think of it as a stress buster. Just like we might go for a run, punch a pillow, or scream into the void when we're feeling overwhelmed, cats scratch to release their feelings. It can be a way to let go of anxiety, frustration, or even pure, unadulterated joy. Did you just get home from work? They might run to the couch and scratch out of sheer excitement. Did a scary garbage truck just go by? A few quick scratches can help them calm their nerves. Are they in the middle of a frantic 3 a.m. Zoomy session? You better believe they're going to incorporate some scratching into their parkour routine. It's a displacement behaviour that helps them regulate their emotions. It's a healthy coping mechanism that allows them to process the world around them, one satisfying shred at a time. Okay, so we know scratching is normal. Now for the most important part, why punishment is the absolute worst way to deal with it. Let's talk about the fear factor. Imagine this from your cat's perspective. You're doing something that feels natural, good, and necessary, like your morning yoga. Suddenly, the giant creature you live with and trust starts making loud, scary noises, claps their hands, or even worse, sprays you with a stream of water. What do you learn from this? You don't connect the punishment to the specific act of scratching the sofa. Your cat's brain doesn't think, "Oh, I see, scratching this specific object is forbidden." Instead, it thinks, "My human becomes a terrifying, unpredictable monster when I am near this sofa." The sofa itself, and more importantly, you, become the source of fear and anxiety. This leads directly to the second reason punishment backfires. It costs you trust. Every time you punish your cat, you're making a withdrawal from your relational bank account. You are damaging the bond you've worked so hard to build. Cats thrive on predictability and a sense of security. When you become a source of random punishment, you become untrustworthy in their eyes. This can lead to a host of other behavioural problems. A cat that is scared of its owner is more likely to hide, become aggressive, or even start stress-related behaviours like over-grooming or inappropriate urination. You are trying to solve one small problem, scratch furniture, but in the process, you could be creating a much larger, more damaging problem, a breakdown of your entire relationship with your pet. It is simply not worth the price. And here's the kicker. Punishment doesn't even work. All it does is create a sneaky scratcher. Your cat's biological need to scratch doesn't just vanish because you yelled at them. The urge is still there, as powerful as ever. So, what have they learned? They've learned not to scratch the couch when you are watching. They will simply wait until you leave the room or go to sleep and then continue their work. Or they'll find a new, more hidden spot to do their business. They might go for the back of the sofa, the carpet under your bed, or inside your closet on your favourite pair of shoes. The destructive behaviour hasn't stopped. It's just been moved to a location where they feel safer from the scary monster. You haven't solved the problem at all. You've just made it harder to manage. So, if punishment is out, what is a desperate, furniture-loving cat parent to do? Welcome to the beautiful, alternative universe of positive reinforcement. The magic word here is not no, it's yes! The strategy is redirection, not rejection. Your goal isn't to stop your cat from scratching. Your goal is to convince them that scratching the object you want them to scratch is way more fun and rewarding than scratching your furniture. You have to provide them with a legal and, frankly, more awesome alternative. This approach works with your cat's natural instincts instead of fighting against them. It's about understanding their needs and saying, "Hey, I get that you need to do this. How about you do it over here, on this amazing thing I got just for you. This is the foundation of modern, effective animal training. This brings us to the centerpiece of our strategy, building the ultimate scratching palace, and it starts with the right materials. Please, for the love of all that is holy, forget that tiny, wobbly, carpet-covered post you saw at the discount store. Most cats actually dislike scratching carpet because their claws can easily get snagged in the looped fibres, which is uncomfortable and even painful. The undisputed king of scratching materials is sisal rope. It's a tough, natural fibre that shreds in a deeply satisfying way. It gives them that tactile feedback they crave. Another huge favourite is corrugated cardboard. Those cheap cardboard scratcher lounges are like catnip gold. Other cats might be connoisseurs with more rustic tastes, preferring natural wood or cork. The key is to offer variety. Get a few different types and see what your furry critic prefers. Once you have the right material, you need to consider the architecture. Two words are critical here: size and stability. For a vertical post, it needs to be tall. Your cat should be able to get a full, glorious, upward stretch. If they have to crouch down to use it, they'll ignore it. Think cat yoga, not cat crouching. It should be at least 1.5 times the length of your cat from nose to tail base. And even more important is stability. The scratching post must be rock solid. If it wobbles, tilts, or falls over even once when they use it, they will instantly deem it an unsafe piece of garbage and never trust it again. Cats are cautious creatures. A wobbly post is a treacherous post. So, invest in one with a wide, heavy base. This is not the place to cheap out. Now, where do you put this magnificent scratching palace? This is where so many cat parents go wrong. They buy a fantastic post and then hide it in the basement or a spare room because it doesn't match the decor. That's a guaranteed recipe for failure. You need to put the scratching post where the action is. Think like a cat. Where do they want to leave their "I was here" message? In high traffic areas. The best starting place is right next to the piece of furniture they are currently destroying. Yes, right next to the arm of your sofa. This offers them a direct, immediate and better alternative. Other great spots are near their favourite napping locations, so they can have a good scratch right after waking up, and near entrances to rooms where they feel the need to mark their territory. You've built the palace and you've placed it in the perfect location. Now how do you get the king or queen to actually use it? You have to make it irresistible. It's time to roll out the red carpet, and in the cat world the red carpet is made of catnip. If your cat is responsive to it, liberally sprinkle some high-quality, potent catnip all over the new post. Rub it into the sisal fibres or into the cracks of the cardboard. This will draw them in and create an immediate positive association. The post now smells interesting and intoxicating. It's an open invitation to a party they simply cannot refuse. It encourages them to explore the new object with their face and paws, which is the first step toward getting them to sink their claws into it. Beyond the catnip bribe, you need to actively make the post the centre of all things fun. It's time to master the art of the tease. Grab your cat's favourite feather wand or laser pointer and start a play session right around the base of the new scratching post. Dangle the toy on the post itself. Encourage your cat to leap, pounce and climb on it. In the heat of the moment, they will accidentally sink their claws into the sisal to get better traction, and they'll realise, "Whoa, this feels amazing." You are helping them discover the purpose of the post in a fun, low-pressure way. Don't force their paws onto it. That can create a negative association. Instead, make the post the stage for their favourite games and let their natural instincts do the rest. This is your new superpower, positive reinforcement. The moment, the very second, you see your cat even sniff the new post, let alone place a paw on it, you need to turn into their biggest cheerleader. A calm, happy, good kitty. What a good scratch is perfect. If they actually use it, it's time for a jackpot reward. Shower them with praise, offer their absolute favourite treat, or give them a good chin scratch. The goal is to forge an unbreakable connection in their mind. When I use this tall, ropey thing, wonderful things happen. I get snacks and attention. This is infinitely more powerful than punishment. You're not just telling them what not to do, you are actively and enthusiastically showing them what you want them to do instead. Cats, like most of us, are much more motivated by rewards than by fear. While you're busy turning the new post into the hottest club in town, you also need to make the old scratching spots, aka your furniture, as unappealing as possible. You need to make your couch the most boring, unpleasant place to scratch in the entire house. The best tool for this is double-sided sticky tape, sold specifically for this purpose. Cats absolutely despise the feeling of sticky things on their paw pads. It's a harmless but effective deterrent. You can also try covering the area temporarily with a blanket, aluminum foil, or a plastic sheet. Some people have success with citrus-scented sprays, as cats generally dislike the smell. Remember, these are not permanent solutions. They are temporary measures designed to make the furniture less attractive while you make the scratching post more attractive. Let's talk about damage control. A regular nail trim is a non-negotiable part of this process. It is a complete game changer. Now, to be clear, trimming your cat's nails will not stop the behaviour of scratching. They will still have the instinct to do it for all the reasons we've discussed. However, it will dramatically reduce the amount of damage they can inflict. A claw with a sharp pointy tip can shred fabric in seconds. A claw with a blunt trim tip will do far less harm. If you're not comfortable doing it yourself, a vet or groomer can help. The key is to start slow, be patient, and associate nail trims with positive things, like their favourite treats. A little maintenance can save you a lot of heartache and money in upholstery repair. Sometimes destructive behaviour is just a symptom of a larger problem. Boredom. A bored cat is a creative cat, and often their creative outlets are not things you will appreciate. It's crucial to provide enough environmental enrichment to keep their clever little minds and active bodies engaged. This means daily interactive play sessions with you. It means puzzle feeders that make them work for their food. It means providing window perches where they can watch birds and squirrels. This is often called cat TV. Make sure they have a variety of toys they can play with on their own. A tired cat is a happy cat, and a happy cat is much less likely to invent their own fun by redecorating your curtains with their claws. It's also important to learn how to read the signs. While most scratching is normal, a sudden change or increase in the behaviour can be a cry for help. Pay attention to the context. Are they suddenly scratching intensely around windows and doors? This could be a sign of stress or insecurity, perhaps because they've seen a new neighbourhood cat outside. Are they scratching more when you're preparing to leave the house? This could be related to separation anxiety. Destructive scratching isn't always just about claw maintenance. Sometimes it's an outward sign of inner turmoil. If the behaviour changes suddenly and dramatically, it's always a good idea to assess what else might have changed in their environment and consider consulting with your vet to rule out any underlying medical issues. Finally, the most important ingredient in this entire process is patience. You are not just breaking a habit. You are working against millennia of instinct and redirecting it. This is not going to happen overnight. There will be setbacks. There will be days when they ignore the brand new expensive post and go right back to their old friend, the armchair. Do not get discouraged. Do not resort to punishment. Just stay consistent. Keep making the post a fun, rewarding place. Keep making the furniture an unappealing place. Gently pick them up and move them to the post if you catch them in the act. Celebrate every single small victory. Remember, you are not just training your cat. You are learning to communicate with them in a language they understand. This process, done right, will ultimately strengthen your bond. So, there you have it. Your cat isn't a tiny, furniture-destroying vandal sent to ruin your life. They're just being a cat. Their scratching is a complex, vital behaviour that tells you they're feeling healthy, secure, and expressive. And by understanding their deep-seated needs and learning to work with their instincts instead of against them, you can absolutely have the best of both worlds. A happy, fulfilled cat and intact furniture. It's all about redirection, patience, and a whole lot of positive reinforcement. They might shred our stuff, knock everything off our shelves, and scream for breakfast at 3 a.m. But let's be honest, we wouldn't trade their furry, purring, chaotic little presence for anything in the world. If you learned something new today that might just save your sofa, please give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe for more feline wisdom, and share it with a friend whose furniture is in desperate need of a rescue. And for our final question today, does your cat prefer to scratch vertically, like on a tall post, or horizontally, like on a flat cardboard mat? Let us know in the comments below.